Tech M&A has changed forever. Currently, in the virtual age of software bidding wars, what used to take 2 months to get to serious M&A discussions can now be quicker, some in just a few weeks. Values are higher, but there's more work.
The buyer's responses today require a much heavier workload than our prior sale with Corum. They got us to the right buyers with the extra resources needed.
Here's an example of what it's like in the market today.
I launched a premier cybersecurity client at noon Central Time on a Saturday. We went to 72 initial buyers, and in the first 45 minutes of sending the introduction email, I sent 4 NDAs to interested buyers. By Monday morning, I had sent a total of 25 NDAs.
The client accepted an offer to sell within 90 days of going to market. Such is the pace of tech M&A today. Think about the staggering workload. Do you know the buyers? Could you produce the armor-piercing soundbite needed? An executive summary that commands their immediate attention. Execute 25 NDAs in just a few days? Handle the massive disclosure requests? Manage multiple complicated negotiations? Make it through the due diligence minefield? All with some of the most sophisticated companies in the world? No, you can't. Not surprisingly, the failure rate of self-run merger efforts is over 80%. You don't have the right experience, the right staff, the right buyer database, nor can you take the time away from running your business. If the tech M&A process today is executed well, it will result in an optimal outcome of maximum value, best structure, minimal taxes, and liability. Just look at these 3 companies in 3 different markets. They all received initial preemptive offers in a range that was initially acceptable to the sellers. That's the number in the first column, with the right message sent to the right people at right buyers, creating buyer tension. Just look at how the values jumped. If these owners had taken the first offer, as unfortunately as way too many do today, they would have left over half their value on the table. Imagine working for years, even decades, and not getting close to what you're worth. Moreover, without calibrating their value with multiple bidders, they would have ended up with a poorer structure, heavier liabilities, and a greater chance of failure. Buyers expect you to know what they want and to respond immediately with the right information. The pressure is on. If you can't respond, they'll move on or lower the price. To get this kind of optimal outcome, you must have better preparation, better research, better outreach, and the best database, best resources, and best experience to handle the heavier workload today. Maximizing your value all starts with preparation. Preparation begins with getting educated, like attending one of the leading M&A educational events from market overviews to day-long M&A boot camps.
The Merge Briefing. This executive briefing, sponsored by the Corum Group, is exclusively for owners and executives of tech firms. An overview of industry valuations.
Welcome to a special presentation sponsored by Corum Group.
In today's presentation, we'll go over the various valuation methodologies, the internal and external factors that may impact valuations, and the necessary steps to achieve an optimal valuation outcome.
What do you do when most of your wealth is tied up in your company? What is your succession plan? What are the ways you can step away from your business, retire, move on to other opportunities without losing the value you've worked so hard to build, to live the life you've dreamed?
Nearly every week in cities around the world, owners, leaders, and executives of software, IT, and internet companies are attending a one-day conference that can change their lives. That conference is Selling Up, Selling Out.
Or reading the many books, magazines, newsletters, reports, university white papers, blogs, podcasts, or monthly broadcasts.
Welcome to Tech M&A Monthly, sponsored by Corum Group.
We're excited to bring you this year's top 10 disruptive tech trends,
with updated valuation metrics on all 6 market sectors and 29 market subsectors.
The Corum Index for this month shows a surge in VC-backed exits.
Plus, Corum's library of weekly market spotlight events as platinum sponsor of the World Financial Symposiums.
Welcome to Tech Market Spotlights, presented by World Financial Symposiums, where we discuss the latest growth and exit opportunities for tech companies in emerging trends, specific sectors, and regions throughout the world.
plus the world's largest global symposium for tech leaders, attended by more buyers than any in the world.
The WFS flagship conference, Growth and Exit Strategies for Software and IT Companies, is a half-day event held in New York, London, Silicon Valley, Singapore, and major tech and financial centers around the world.
Additionally, there are over 15 market or regional-specific websites filled with research, valuation metrics updated monthly, and valuable insights from the stories of entrepreneurs who have sold through Corum. An example is the Nordic Report.
So my name is Sonny Leno. I'm actually the head of sales at ThingLink in Europe.
My name is Alex Partonen. I'm the ex-founder of NervoGrid, a company that were acquired a little bit more than a year ago.
And we are the very early stage investor for Nordic startup companies.
We sold the company 9 months ago to Nets.
But education is just the start. You need the right buyer knowledge base. Not just a list from public sources, but proprietary buyer knowledge with the latest inside information on what they're looking for, who to contact, how they value, structure, negotiate, and execute due diligence. Even more important than this buyer information is actually knowing the buyers, having their respect, the trust needed to get response. That's not easy. Corum's buyer relationships are without peer. We are not only the leading tech M&A research firm in the world, but also domain experts publishing monthly and quarterly reports and related websites on a score of markets. This is where we give our clients an advantage in maximizing value. Corum's annual Global Tech M&A report includes the top 10 disruptive trends, all developed by Corum, supported and hosted by the leading buyers, both strategic and financial. Corum is the thought leader and best able to map you to trends that create higher value. The buyers pay attention. Just listen to these buyers.
When we get an opportunity from Corum, we immediately review it. No one brings us better opportunities than Corum. We've done multiple transactions with Corum, and we know that the companies Corum works with are among the best.
Buyers know that Corum's knowledge base of technology companies, diligently curated for over 3 decades, is the world's largest. How are we able to make such a claim? It's quite simple. We are in constant contact with more tech firms than anyone. After decades of research, over $50 million invested in development, and 25 million entries, we have accumulated the most proprietary data, inside information on privately held technology companies, including buyers. This is a difficult task. This is where Corum's position as the world's leading educator on tech trends, valuations, growth strategies, and tech M&A comes in. We produce or sponsor over 250 educational events a year, live and online, in over 100 cities and 50 countries. More than everyone else in the industry combined. That's an event every 36 hours, resulting in over 10,000 unique company attendees annually. These events are co-sponsored and hosted by leading local law firms, accounting firms, banks, tech associations, incubators, and government agencies. Attendees include strategic buyers, angels, VCs, private equity, family funds, non-tech buyers, and industry luminaries. More important are the many leaders of emerging technology companies, uncovered for invitation by exhaustive research at centers in the US, Mexico, Spain, Ukraine, Malaysia, and the Philippines, the largest research operation of its kind, dedicated to uncovering new companies, new technologies. The events are led by Corum's global team of deal-makers, former CEOs who have built and sold their own technology companies, sharing best practices and key insights from their own experiences. The content is without peer. Plus, Corum has done something that no other investment bank has ever done. For over 3 decades, they've captured and logged every communication and every piece of information into the world's ultimate tech M&A buyer knowledge base. This means that every selling engagement phone call, email, conference call, meeting note, buyer tactic, negotiation session, as well as every document, including due diligence checklists, valuations, offers and counteroffers, merger contracts, and closing documents, has been carefully stored and cataloged. Simply put, Corum has captured inside proprietary buyer information essential to a seller who wants to achieve maximum value. At other investment banks, this critical information is just left in someone's head. At Corum, though, every new client, no matter their size or where they are in the world, has the benefit of Corum's massive investment in this extraordinary proprietary buyer knowledge base. This inside data helps Corum's clients take the high ground on valuation negotiations, getting to the right people with the right message. Combined with this buyer knowledge base is Corum's exclusive 8-step optimal outcome process. These steps help ensure the highest value, leaving nothing to chance. Preparation, research, contact, discovery, negotiation, due diligence, closing, and integration. This process is professionally executed by Corum specialists, the best in their field from around the world, researchers, writers, valuators, analysts, and presentation coaches, a virtual team with expertise in the client's market. This entire process is led by Corum's senior deal makers, the most experienced in the industry, experts at dealing with today's complex virtual tech M&A environment. As CEO, this offloads you to run your business, while your Corum M&A team simultaneously handles the heavy workload required. Corum assigns more researchers, more writers, and additional senior deal makers to ensure an optimal outcome. Corum's proprietary buyer information, coupled with Corum's proven process and superior team approach, creates the buyer attention you need to maximize value. An auction environment that generates 48% average improved value. The results speak for themselves. Today, Corum is the world's leading seller of software, IT, and related technology companies, having sold more such firms than anyone in history.